So hello there, my name's Dane Lemaitre, welcome to the review, and this is a review on Annie and Clarabel in the Hornby range, and I've not really done a proper review on Annie and Clarabel. I mentioned them in a previous video when I did the review on the Hornby Thomas, and these aren't the only models of Annie and Clarabel I've got. I've got one of Clarabel on her own, and I got that from a shop in Leicester. Unfortunately it's closed down now, a toy shop called Domino's, which was a family run business, as unfortunately that's closed down now. Gone out of business, like a lot of things these days, unfortunately. I've also got Annie and Clarabel in the Thomas train set, the original one, as you can see here. This is my first sort of introduction to Hornby, really, and saying these are the newer type of Annie and Clarabel, and they come in the new style of packaging. And I've also got Annie and Clarabel in the Thomas and the Great Discovery set, and they're quite heavily weathered, which is quite nice. I think by far these are the best models that Hornby have produced, because I like the colour on them. The other Annie and Clarabel, the orange, was a lot darker, whereas this is the right sort of orange colour they were in the original TV series. And again, the face is really nice. The face on Annie looks like her face in the TV series when the show is made using models, and so does the face on Clarabel as well. And like I said, because of the colour of these remind me a lot more of the original ones. So original Annie and Clarabel. And in Series 5 they were actually given a brand new coat of paint, and the buffer beams, which are the bit just there, as they're all black on here. However, when they were refurbished, the black bits that on their buffer beams were painted red. And Annie and Clarabel have always been in the show right from the first series. I was going to say, and they are in a CGI series now, and they've got their own voice actors. I think it's fair to say that since they've had their own voice actors, they've become a lot more sort of comical. But they sort of were like that in the TV series and the Railway series as well. And in some illustrations of the Railway series, Clarabel was a lot bigger than Annie. But then again, when you look at the Railway series and the illustrations, they've been drawn by a number of different artists, and they all look slightly different, depends on who illustrated them. I think it's fair to say. But these are the Annie and Clarabel I remember growing up with. And again, going back to the Railway series, they had bogie wheels, so they had 4 wheels one end, 4 wheels the other. But these are just 4-wheeled coaches. And most of the time, Clarabel's facing backwards and Annie facing forwards. Though in some episodes, they've been seen facing the wrong way round. I think it's fair to say. But I had a run of these, and they do run really, really nicely. And when it comes to running most of my engines and that, I've been quite lucky. Most of them tend to run quite smoothly. But I actually noticed that these coaches, for some reason, I don't know why, but I thought that these coaches run a lot more smooth than the others. But then again, these ones actually have metal wheels underneath them, as you can see. And underneath both of them as well, it tells you the year they were made, 2016, whereas the other models had plastic wheels, or say some of them had metal wheels. I do think they run really, really nicely. And like I said, these came out again, these ones, when the range was reintroduced for the 70th anniversary. As you know, this year was the 75th anniversary of the Railway series when it was first started. And as I say, I think it's quite a shame that Hornby don't make them anymore, because not all the models that Hornby made were fantastic. And I mean, as well, you can get these in the Bachmann range. In the HO scale, they look, I think it's fair to say, a lot more like they did in the TV series. So I think they do look a lot better in that sense. However, looking at these ones, like I said, I do think that they capture the faces quite nicely. And I mean, you can just about see as well, look on the side of them, it says like first class and third class. Let's say these are basically the Hornby sort of 040 standard coaches they've used and just painted them up as Annie and Clarabel. So I do think the back ones are slightly better. But like I said, I mean, this was my introduction to the first, let's say, to the trucks and to the range in the first place, and to Thomas in the range in the first place before Bachmann came along. I mean, most of my Bachmann ones, as I said before, I've got from a shop called Thomas. They say they do lots of Tom stuff on there, like say Bachman and all that. They've even got some Hornby on there. But I mean, for me personally, I like both of the Bachman and the Hornby engines for different reasons. And like I said, I don't think these are Hornby's best models, but I do still really like them. And I think that this time around they've gone to a lot more effort than they have for the previous ones. Like I said, the colours and all that sort of thing really makes a huge, in my opinion, makes a huge difference. I mean, the scale of these ones isn't quite fantastic as well, because Thomas is a lot bigger than Annie and Clarabel. Whereas again, if you compare Thomas in the TV series, he was a lot smaller than Annie and Clarabel, and they were just a bit longer than him. Whereas, like I say, when I did my review last time on the Troublesome Trucks, they were a lot bigger than they should have been. So it's sort of the other way around, really. I think Annie and Clarabel should have been the Hornby Troublesome Truck size, and the Troublesome Trucks probably this sort of size. But also, I do think they're really good, and I'd give them a 9 out of 10, I think, because I do really like them, but they're not fantastic. But I do think that, you know, they've got a lot going for them, like the faces and the colour. And for me, it's sort of nostalgic. Like I said, they do remind me of the original Annie and Clarabel in the TV series. And I mean, as I said before, with Hornby, some of their models, I think it's fair to say, are more like what they look like in the Railway series. But these ones are sort of, to me, more what Annie and Clarabel look like in the TV series. Not really got much Railway series sort of resemblance to them. But I definitely recommend that you get them if you can. And I got these last month on eBay. And last month I didn't really upload much really. The last thing I really uploaded was my jigsaw that I got, which was to celebrate the 65th anniversary of a shop in Rushden that's not far from me. Which is quite nice. But like I said, I've sort of been spreading my videos out because obviously there's been a lockdown and that and not much going on. Sort of spreading out when I upload my videos, just sort of so I don't end up running out of stuff to sort of film really. Not a huge amount I can film really. I mean, I do enjoy doing my reviews, but I do enjoy going out a lot more and filming stuff myself. But hopefully, fingers crossed, whenever this is over, I can do that again. And as well, another thing to remember is obviously we're on about the 70th anniversary of Thomas. This year, Hornby celebrated a special birthday as well. Hornby turned 100, and I got this special truck that commemorated that. And also, Hornby released Captain Tom Moore as well. And as a bit of a joke, this photo came up on the internet regarding Tom Moore, about having to go out and do some more steps again because of the lockdown, helping the NHS, etc. Which I thought was quite funny, but obviously sort of serious at the same time, but quite funny as well. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.